He's a leading figure within the Ga Dangbe community. He's a former Attorney General. He was part of the Alan Chamantin visit to the Ga Mantse. Rarely will you hear such a significant traditional ruler speak the way the Ga Mantse spoke today. And I'm curious to learn from a man who himself is a staunch individual within the community, what he made of this. Mr. Ayikoi, thank you for your time on Top Story.
Thanks for having me.
You were there when the Ga Mantse uttered those words, visibly upset about what he believes to be mistreatment and sidelining of the Ga people in the Greater Accra region. You yourself, you're a stalwart within the Ga Dangbe community. Do you share his sentiments?
Well, remember that I am now the president of the council, and so I am quite close to some of the issues confronting the Ugandese. And the thing is, just last week or so, we issued a statement about this construction of the Ayikoi ships. It was one of the issues that he referred to. So we are on the same page.
So when he says Gans are being mistreated and sidelined, what is he referring to there?
Well, I think you know. I mean, you have a cabinet which features one, woman, a Ga, Ayikoi, and one deputy minister, so I think the evidence is clear.
So primarily, it's a comment about Ga's representation at the political decision-making table.
Not only that, you remember he spoke about the land issues. Many of our lands have been vested, while other areas we are getting their lands being divested, ours remain vested. There have been quite a number of compulsorily acquired lands of Gabonese. Most of the time, they don't use it for the purpose for which it is acquired, and it ends up in the hands of individuals. Meanwhile, compulsory acquisition means the land is required in the public interest and to be used for a public purpose. But that is not what we find, even at the Agubisi. Is that what we found? You would recall that there was this Nanumba and Kokumba conflict as a result of many people rushed to come down to Accra. They had nowhere. The Ga Mantse was approached. He asked them to go and live at Agubisi. Then it became a slum area. Our searches, however, showed that he had previously been acquired for development into a recreational area. But then if they no longer want to put it to that use, you'll find that they started talking about Ayikoi hostel. About when we got the women's house, that there was a huge war coming up for Agenda 111 hospital. Our present searches showed that they intend to build a hospital there for Ablikuma South. I mean, what is the distance between that place and Kolibu, which is a tertiary hospital serving in West Africa? Many people come to Kolibu, and today we have this vast land when our people are shouting, they are suffering. And Accra, you've been, I don't know whether you have any roots in Accra. I know you speak there frequently and fluently. And you go to Choco, and you go to Bukum, and you go to Jamestown, and the people are just struggling, for space. So if we have space, what is wrong with trying to resettle from our people there? We are always at the brunt of everything. When old Fadama was moved to new Fadama, it was a garland which was given to them. When this Sodom and Gomorrah thing happened and the people were to be resettled, Where did they take them? It was not to Asante region or Eastern region. They took them again to Ayikoi, which is another Garland. They are settling there now.
Yeah, I mean, but
What is that?
You're not suggesting, are you, that because you are of a Gandhi origin, the state should treat you differently? That will be tantamount to discrimination on the basis of a person's ethnicity, which the Constitution clearly forbids.
I don't that cannot be the case. Is it not the Constitution which provides that we should have a fair development and we should always take regional representation into account in whatever we do? Is it not the
The example
Constitution?
you cited of the
No, I'm asking you, is it not in the Constitution?
It is in the
that how to do things, we should look at regional balance.
I'll come
Is it not there?
to the
So
representation.
is it me who's saying so? Or our Constitution, the fundamental law of the land which is saying so?
But you just suggested that in the case of Abubushi and the people, Ghans are always on the receiving end of a raw deal because they are not being given, almost suggesting preferential treatment in these allocations. That
You misunderstood me completely. I spoke about compulsory acquisition of land. But it is our lands which are always compulsorily acquired, isn't it? Even the one of the university, the airport, the whatever, all the places that you have, I think all the lands that have been taken over. And when they are taken, we are here, when we're discussing this issue of Achimota forest or whatever, what happened to it? And even the dams, is it Akumomo, it's been done for individuals to take it up. Don't you have any feeling for that? Look at our numbers. How large are we? You don't think about all this. And when we complain, we say we are talking about discrimination. How many lands have been taken in your areas? Compulsory acquired. And for what purpose?
in the Ayikoi, your first concern was the underrepresentation of Ghans in Akufo-Addo's cabinet. You said there are only two of them, people of Ghana, Adangwe origin in the cabinet. Isn't that an indictment of this government, of which you were part of?
You asked me whether I share the concerns of the king, and I said, yes, I do.
Yeah, and
going forward, I also cited the example that is not talking out of context. And then I justified it with the Constitution. That the Constitution is there for all of us. Talks about regional balance. What have you said which is wrong?
yeah, I'm just questioning. I mean, considering.
What are you questioning?
No,
The thing is a constitutional provision. It says do this.
Yes,
What are we supposed to be questioning?
it is a factual statement. However, I am making a point about, because it's coming from you and you side with the concerns expressed by the Mantse. You yourself, until very recently, was a member of the government that you say is underrepresenting Ghans in its cabinet. I'm pointing out to you that you can see that is an indictment of that government you were part of.
I am saying that, is it not what the Constitution provides? So if the Constitution provides for something, and then one talks about it, should that be a big issue?
Well,
why should it be an issue? That if we take all that into consideration, maybe next time when we are doing things, we may do them right. Because
have you raised this?
What promises did Alan make? And Alan also said that I'll make sure that I get some of you in my cabinet. I will let your people play a role. That is all there is.
Have you raised
I don't think we need to stretch this matter. No, there's really nothing to talk about. We all know the fact.
Have you raised this with the president? I know he is your friend, you're part of the government. Have you raised it with your government and officials with power to change the representation that you talked about?
Why to waste time on this? Like, Ghana just said something. You asked me whether I agree. I said, yes, I do agree with him. I've also cited an example that is not talking out of context, but it could be placed within context. I also said something within context, and I will make sure that you people also, looked after things like that. I mean, you know the history. This shouldn't be. Let's talk about other issues also. I mean, we shouldn't waste too much time on this before we say, Jack, it will be all that
but I believe I believe you raised it because you believe it can be fixed. You say it's a constitutional imperative. My question to you is, have you raised it with the appropriate authorities, especially the one that has to do with representation of guns in cabinet?
Do I have to come and sit here and talk about all these things? At the end of every election, don't you think about what to do? You know you have all those experiences. So, don't let's come and talk about these things in public. We've done our part, we've done what we can, but I'm saying that the government did not say anything out of context. That is the point I'm making. And if anything at all, it is still in constitution. Let us look at regional balance. That is all. You are sitting here. How many government radio stations do we have?
You have a
please, let me learn. When we are told there are no frequencies, but quite often we get new radio stations coming up, television stations coming out all the time.
But you must have the resources to establish a radio station. If we can apply for one if you have the resources too.
And I'm telling you that these are things we have done for no result. When we are told that it is not available, and yet new ones are always being open.
You mean people of Ghanaian origins are applying to the NCA for licenses to open radios and they are not being granted?
That is what I've told you, that we are not able to acquire any frequencies, and every time, every day, we find new frequencies, new radio stations. Oh yeah, when did we want to be radio? When did we want to be TV come on board?
I mean, I'm not sure you're being fair to Walton. I know he's your party member and you possibly have had this conversation with him internally, but he applied, he got. I mean, I haven't seen the evidence that suggests that people of Ghana origin have applied to the NCA or are seeking to open, gas stations, and they've been denied.
The Ghana radio stations, do you know of? There was a community one. There is the Latin, which is part of GBC. GBC old station. I was there as radio lawyer for about 4 years. So I have a lot of experience about how that thing came about. And so it was some abandoned GBC2 radios, frequencies that were used for that. Then we have Latin. What other stations do you think? We are always talking about it. We have our problems that we talk about. Maybe you haven't had time to interview common friends or giving us sufficient time to talk about it. But everything you know where the language is going now and the problems we're having. When we complain that young teachers, those who have gone to school, they passed out, graduate academic teachers are sent outside the region when they cannot teach that language there. Are you saying you haven't heard about it before?
Ayikoi, thank you very much. He's the chair of the Ghana Council. He was a former Attorney General under the Kufuor administration. He served as the Ghana ambassador to Canada under this current administration as well. You heard him say he shares the view